Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we're going to tell you about how IBM is taking steps to stay relevant with millennials and its dual goals of attracting more of them to the organization and of mobilizing those employees already on hand in that millennial age group. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by RFL Communications, the research industry's premier news and insight source, which will release the second annual Global Top 50 Research Organizations list later this month. Many researchers, many on behalf of their clients, are riveted on millennials, their interests, their concerns, their beliefs, etc., because of the impact that they can have on business. But have you heard of a company that is so obsessed with millennials and their feelings, likes, dislikes, satisfaction, etc., that they're really focused on that among their own employees? Well, that is the case at IBM. Fast Company's Cale Guthrie-Weissman, in reporting this story, said IBM is positioning itself as a legacy company, but one that is looking to prove that it engages with all generations of employees and consumers. And there is a special focus on IBM on focusing on turning on the spigot in order to gain the counsel of between 4,000 and 5,000 young millennial-aged employees who it refers to as the Millennial Core. IBM is intensely interested in picking the brains of all its employees. However, of all the important internal groups, it's easy to see why millennials are seen as essential to the IBM present situation and the company's future. Weissman wrote that the Millennial Core was formed 2 years ago by employees Samantha Klein and Sarah Sindelar, whose capacities and creativity have earned them the distinction of being known as IBM's first intrapreneurs. Klein and 3 of her peers were tasked by IBM a couple of years ago to figure out how the company could boost engagement with its younger employees and thereby favorably impact IBM's fortunes. And that led to a survey of young IBM employees concerning what they most wanted from the business. 2 responses among many jumped out. Being able to work on projects that they are passionate about was one, and secondly, having a direct pipeline to IBM decision makers. The Millennial Core grew rapidly and organically, mostly by word of mouth, and it led to about 5,000 self-selected individuals who work for IBM in 65 countries, and they communicate with the company via a digital platform. These enthusiastic, ambitious under-30ers are not obligated by IBM to join in, but those that do regularly receive surveys about potential IBM projects. Klein and Sindelar's accomplishments thus far and their entrepreneur status puts them in a position to also now figure out ways to keep IBM agile in keeping millennials interested and mobilized. This Millennial Core idea has been shared with other multi-million-dollar companies, according to Weissman, but she says that the idea's success remains to be seen, both inside IBM and even more so outside the company. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by RFL Communications, the research industry's premier news and insight source. Coming in this month from RFL will be the second annual Global Top 50 Market Research Organizations list. You see, we believe that when you look at the research industry as a whole, it is far more than just a bunch of research agencies. What about the non-traditional research organizations, including those that help collect social media data, text analytics, and the like? Well, we account for them in our list. And what about the research industry's most important suppliers, without whose assistance a huge void would be created that would, at least in the short term, put a crimp in research efficiency and productivity? Several differentiations will become very apparent to you when you see the RFL Global Top 50 Research Organizations for 2015. Again, it's coming this month. By the way, our report also issues a separate, exclusive Global Top 10 of data analytics companies. That will be of great interest to our viewers as well. And we will highlight the arrival of the report as soon as it is released here on RBDR. Have a great research day and remainder of your work week. Let's hope for some nice weather this weekend, and we will see you back with us here on Monday.